Hi everybody, good evening. I hope you all can hear me and you all can see me too. Yeah, just a quick confirmation. I'm waiting for some confirmation. Okay. So today's session is mainly numbers and modern maths. Since we covered most of the topics somewhere or the other, modern maths includes only permutation and combination today. We'll work only on permutation combination there. That also I'm not going to work on too many difficult questions because very frankly, if you look at the weightage of permutation and combination over the last couple of years, you've seen it's not been more than one question, that also rarely. So even from today onwards, I will suggest please do not spend too much time doing permutation combination. Yes, numbers, there's always a chance, like 2-3 years back, that they suddenly increase the weightage of algebra. And from the last 3-4 years, you're seeing a lot of algebra. There's always a high chance that numbers can go up. So I would always recommend that numbers you all should do well. Okay. So I hope everybody is ready. We'll do questions on remainders. We'll do some surge indices. We'll do questions on HCF, LCM, and everything. If you feel that there's a particular type of thing which you want me to cover, you can always tell me. I'll try and do that. If today we have one more marathon coming up, we'll do there. So somebody is saying, please increase the volume of the session. I think we are more or less at good. See, the volume is good. I think you'll have to just check your device. Maybe sometimes some devices are not working too well. Okay. So I think not working too well. So I'm starting with the first question. It's a remainder question. Looks like a scary question. Find the remainder when 38 raised to 16 factorial raised to 17777 is divided by 17. Okay, start thinking. You all have your first 30 seconds to yourself to think, and then I'll start the question. Today's session is only for 3 hours. I'm very clearly telling you today's session is for 3 hours. I will need to end the session by latest 9:15. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Ram, I'll try to do that. Would you also say, so Ram's query is, would you also say which questions are what level, please? Okay. So Ram, let's start with the first question only. Looking at, see, because most of the time in such questions, you'll have to just look at the question and ask yourself, is this level A or not? So क्या लग रहा है तुमको, क्या लग रहा है ये question में? Is this level A or not? Ram? चलो, I'm asking you only. So yes, now you have to start in this question, before deciding whether it is level A or not. What I would have done was, I would have at least solved 1 or 2 steps. Immediately, when I see the question, I would have immediately step. So I am looking only at 38 divided by 17. I am not even looking at the remaining part, just looking at 38 divided by 17. 38 divided by 17 leaves a remainder of 4. I know that much. So 4 raised to something. 4 raised to something divided by 17 is my question. Now what do we know? Let's start thinking. We know 4 cube is 64, but 64 का 17 का लेना देना नहीं है. 4 square is 16. 16 का 17 का लेना देना है. So 4 square is 16. 16 divided by 17 leaves the remainder -1. 16 divided by 17 leaves the remainder -1. So if I write this as 4 square raised to whatever this whole problem is. I don't care that number, about that number now. Let's call that whole number as n. N upon 2 divided by 17. 16 divided by 17, remainder is -1. Now I just have to worry about, is n upon 2 odd or even? Did you all notice how I did not even worry initially about what that part is? Now I'm worrying about 16 factorial because 17777 में तो कुछ भी odd even है ही नहीं. That is an odd number. So this is 16 factorial. Do you all agree that 16 factorial has why n upon 2? Because I've already borrowed 1, 2 over here. No, I call this whole number as n. So I borrowed 1, 2 over here. So therefore this becomes n upon 2. And therefore I can see 16 factorial has too many 2's. 16 में 4 2 है, 8 में 2's है, 10, 12, everything has 2. So there are enough 2's, which means this part is even. And if this part is even, it is minus 1 raised to even, which is 1. Right? So therefore answer is the first option. Answer is 1, which is the second option. When would the answer come 16, tell me? When would the answer come 16? The answer would have come 16 if this would have been odd. So in short, let me give you an example. Okay, if everybody is clear with this question, I will show you one more example with the same numbers. 38 raised to some 7562. 7562 divided by 17. If this was the question, the answer would have come minus 1, which will then translate to 16. Yeah. So there I have already explained. Basically, if this number is a multiple of 4, then the answer will be plus 1. And if this number is not a multiple of 4, it's only an even number, then the answer will be 16. Cool? Let's go to the second question. Now, question is, for how many values of n will this whole thing be a natural number? Now we can clearly see, I can write my question this way. Here, this part will never leave any remainder. N का कोई भी value होगा, this part will not leave a remainder. This part will never leave a remainder because n will cut out. Remainder will come only because of this. So in short, I want factors of 216. Now, how do we find factors of 216? 216 we know is 6 cube. So it is 2 cube into 3 cube. Use the number of factors ka property. Number of factors ka property will be 4 into 4, 3 plus 1, 4 into 4, 16. So this is definitely, first two questions are definitely level A. So you'll be having a LRDI marathon. You'll be told when it is happening. We'll let you know. Raj sir will take it. Come on, one more straightforward question. First few questions, we'll keep them straightforward. People who are joining in late, don't miss out too much. somebody saying D, somebody saying 0, somebody saying B, somebody saying C. Sub answers आ गए. Perfect. Check only till 4 factorial. 1 factorial is 1. Raised to anything will always end in 1. 2 factorial is 2. 2 raised to 2. 2 factorial is 2. So 2 raised to 2 will end in 4 or is 4 itself. 3 factorial is 6. 6 raised to 6 will end in 6 only because 6 has only 2 things as cycle. 6 raised to 1 ends in 6. 6 which has no cycle only. Everything ends in 6 only. So it will be 6 itself. What about 4 factorial raised to 4 factorial? 4 factorial is 24. 24 raised to 4 factorial, which is 24 raised to 24. Four factorial is 24, 24 raised to 24. So, how will it happen? Think a little bit. Now, 4 has a cycle of what? 4 raised to 1 ends in 4, 4 raised to 2 ends in 6. So, 4 raised to an even number will always end in 6. That means this will end in 6. Yeah, so I think they... Now, what will happen? Think a little bit. 5 factorial is 120. 5 factorial के बाद everything will end in 0. तो उसके बाद everything is going to end in 0, which means only this will matter. How B? Still people are saying B. Why so many people are saying B? What's happening? Yeah, it is actually, sorry, my bad. It still be 12 plus 5, 17. So 17, so it will end in 7. I meant a lot of people are saying C also, 5. Why 5? Okay? So last digit is 7. My bad, sorry. Chalo, somebody wanted a difficult question. Let's see this question. 24 divisors, 24 factors, both is the same thing. Smallest positive integer x with 24 factors. Without option, this question is killing. I'll be very happy if you'll get it. Why rest of the terms are not needed, Radhika? Because all of them will end with 0. 5 factorial is 120. 120 raised to anything will end in 0. 6 factorial will also have a 0. 7 factorial will also have a 0. Everything will have a 0. So no need to check anything else, Radhika. Did you understand? Okay, chalo, what we are going to do is we are going to do some nice time pass with this question also. जो options आते जाएंगे, we'll keep checking them. 96 somebody is saying. What is 96? That is 8 to the 16, 32 threes है. So 2 raised to 5 into 3 raised to 1. So according to the factors rule, यहाँ पे factors आएंगे 6 into 2, 12 factors. So 96 is wrong. So I'm seeing some 2 110s, I'm seeing 288, I'm seeing 420, I'm seeing 360s. Good, different answers are coming up. So let's check 210. 210 goes only once in 2. So 2 raised to 1. 5 में भी एक ही बार जा रहा है 5, 3 में भी एक ही बार जा रहा है और 7 में भी एक ही बार जा रहा है. तो यहाँ पे this will be 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Only 16 factors. Whoever said this 210 is wrong. So, lot of wrong answers, lot of correct answers also. I'm happy about that. How do you do this? Now pay attention. How do you actually think of this question? Pay attention carefully. I want 24. So I thought of writing 24 in different ways. The most I can break up 24 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. That means if this was the way 24 was written, that means the number which we are looking for, x, has to be a raised to 1, b raised to 1, c raised to 1 into d raised to 2. where I can make d small because I want the smallest integer. Wait, don't rush. This is not the answer. So just pay attention. If I do it this way and if I give d as 2, so 2 square into 3 into 5 into 7, because these are all have to be prime numbers a, b, c, d. 4 into 15 into 7, 4 into 105, this is coming out to be 420. And if this question did not have options, I am telling you so many people would have gone and done 420. Now what you have to start thinking is, if I avoid this 7, is there some other way of writing 24 which can make it maybe still easier? So like 24 can also be written as, say, instead of, if I don't want to write the 7, that means I don't want 1, 2. Is there anything else I can do? I can make something 4. So 4 into 2 into 3 is also 24, or 4 into 3 into 2. That means the number x can be written as a cube into b raised to 2 into c raised to 1. A cube will be 2 cube. This will be 3 square into 5 raised to 1. That will be 8 into 9 into 5. 72 5s are 360. Yes, it can be written in a lot of ways. Now somebody will argue, sir, but we did not check 6 into 4. Please check. I don't have a problem. If you check 24 as 6 into 4, what will happen? You will get x as a raised to 5 into b raised to 3. That means 2 raised to 5 into 3 raised to 3. That means 32 into 27. Definitely more than 600 also. So no point checking this also. 288 somebody is getting. Do you want to check 288? अभी तक 288 वाला अपना आंसर बोले जा रहा है. If you don't know how this c raised to 1 comes, you don't know the property of number of factors. You need to revise the property of number of factors. I'm going to check 288. This is the right answer. I'm going to check 288 on the side for somebody's thing. 288 is 12 into 12 into 2. I'm just breaking it up. 12 is 4 3s are. So 2 2 यहाँ पे, 2 2 यहाँ पे, 1 2 यहाँ पे. तो 2 raised to 5 into 3 raised to 2. तो 6 3s are 18 ही factors है इसके. 288 is 32 9s are. Right? So the number of factors will be 6 3s are 18. Are we clear why this is not the answer? 420 is bigger. So in exam without options, this becomes a level C question. With options, it becomes a level A question. इस question का वही पूरा magic है. With options, this is a level A question. Without option, this is a level C question. Yes. Okay, let's go ahead. Should not be a very difficult question. This is a very old CAT question. If I'm not mistaken, somewhere around CAT 2001. Six into 4 में 2 raised to 4 नहीं आएगा, 2 raised to 5 आएगा. Deep. Check करो. If you want 6 4s, your first prime number will have to be raised to 5, no? In a 4-digit number, the sum of the first 2 digits is equal to that of the last 2 digits. Suppose if I call the digits as A, B, C and D. In a 4-digit number, the sum of the first 2 digits is equal to that of the last 2 digits. That means A plus B is equal to C plus D. The sum of the first and the last digit, any A plus D, is equal to the third digit, C. Finally, the sum of the second and the fourth digit is twice the sum of the other 2 digits. The sum of the second and the fourth, any B plus D, is twice of क्या है? Sum of the second and the fourth digit is twice the sum of the other two digits, यानी a plus c. What is c they are asking for? Again, theta question. Maybe if this was not theta, still possible to get. Without theta, it becomes slightly difficult. Not completely hit and trial. थोड़ा सोच सकते हो. Shreyesh, I don't think so. Your answer is right. See, think a little bit. B plus D is double of A plus C. That will be the main hint जहां से तुम्हारा क्वेश्चन शुरू हो सकता है. You can keep solving also and bring it down to one level. So let's try and keep only A and C in the equations. Suppose if I use this equation to eliminate D, D is C minus A. So A plus B is equal to C. D is C minus A. Sorry, A plus B is equal to C and D is C minus A. So A cut. So I've already got B is 2C. Now when I get B is 2C, do you all realize C cannot be 5? Am I done correctly? A plus B and A plus D is C. Then instead of D I wrote C minus A. So C minus A. B is 2C. Now all those people who were saying C is 5. What happens if C is 5? सिर्फ मैंने ये दो इक्वेशन लिया है. And as good as saying I subtracted equation 1 and 2. If I subtract equation 1 and 2, what will I get? Everybody stop. Let me explain this. On the side, I'll just clear out what I've written. इसको डिलीट करते हैं और एक बार वापस समझो. Let's take these two equations and let's write the value of D. D is C minus A. Maybe I made a mistake. I agree. I think I made a mistake. A plus B is equal to C plus C minus A. A does not cut out. So I get 2A plus B is 2C. Fair enough. Let's leave it over here. Now let's try and eliminate B. What is B? D though is already C minus A is 2A plus 2C. I want to eliminate B. So B is equal to 3A. 2C minus C is 1C. तो B के बदले में यहाँ पे डालेंगे 2A plus 3A plus C is equal to 2C. 5A plus C is equal to C. So C is 5 times A. That means A can be only 1 because even if A is 2, C will become 10, not possible. So which means A is 1 and C is 5. So somebody was asking hit and trial. Did you see I avoided hit and trial and got it directly without hit and trial? Yeah, the next part of the question can be find the number. Obviously मिल ही जाएगा अभी तो. A और C मिल गया है तो D मिलेगा. D will be 4. D is 4. So B will be 8. So number is 1854. Clear everybody? Can I go ahead? Chalo. This is also an old CAT question. I think CAT 2007, a very good question. Consider a 4-digit number from which the first 2 digits are equal and the last 2 digits are equal. So somebody who knows it, has done it before, will have an oral answer. The ones who don't know it will enjoy solving it. Even the one who's given me the answer, I want you to think a little bit and tell me that have you understood how it comes, or you've just by-hearted it. I don't want by-hearted answers. Please stop giving me answers if it's a by-hearted answer. Yeah, most of लोग जो लोग ने ये पहले क्वेश्चन किया उनको याद है ये नंबर. Fair enough, nothing wrong. If it comes in the exam, I'll be very happy for you. But you should also understand the approach to it, because once you understand the approach to it only, it will be fun. Now, you can clearly see any such number, whether it is 1122, 1133, 1144 or anything like that. Any such number will be divisible by 11. If you divide any number of this format, suppose 5544 liya and divide by 11 kiya, so it will be 11 5s are 55, then 0 and 11 4s are 44. So if you divide by 11, it will become 11 multiplied by A0B. Now, one part, we saw the rule that it is AABB, it has to be divisible by 11. There's something else asked in the question. What is that other thing asked in the question? It has to be a perfect square. Kahin diya hai na perfect square? It has to be a perfect square. Now, is 11 a perfect square? No. Which means this number is also divisible by 11. That means this number also has to be divisible by 11. And 11 into something has to give me also that number. So AOB will have to break up as 11 into something, and this something will also have to be a perfect square. Now, let's remember, whether you remember a very simple rule. Perfect squares cannot end in what? याद है किसी को? Perfect squares cannot end in what digits? याद है? Perfect squares cannot end in 2, because see, let's see, 0 ka square ends in 0, 1 square ends in 1, 2 square ends in 4, 3 square ends in 9, 4 square ends in 6, 5 square ends in 5, 6 ka 6, 7 ka 9, 8 ka 4, 9 ka 1. So, perfect squares do not end in 2, 3, 7, 8. Perfect squares do not end in 2, 3, 7, 8. That means B cannot be 2, 3, 7, 8. Which means for B I have to think only of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry, not 2, 3, 0, 1, it cannot be 2, 3, 7, 8. So 0, 1, 4, 5 and 9. 6 also, sorry. 6 and 9. Now let's think. Can it be 5? Let's eliminate 5 sabse easily. Any number which is a square which ends in 5, any number which is a perfect square which ends in 5, the second last digit has to be 2. A perfect square which is ending in 5 will always end in 25. So 5 is out. Right? That way you work on it. And now when you start working on it, so what will you get? So this has to be 11 into 11. This has to be 11 into the perfect square. So let's start thinking of all the 2-digit numbers, and also understand this has to be a total 3-digit number only. This has to be only a totally 3-digit number. So what are the different perfect squares we will think, so that this is only a 3-digit number? So start with perfect squares and start multiplying. 11 4s is only 44, 11 9s is only 99, 11 10s is 110. But 0 का भी नहीं होगा, because 11 10s 110 आएगा तो नहीं होगा, means 100 से तो बहुत बड़ा हो जाएगा, तो 10 is not a perfect square. Which is the next perfect square? 9 के बाद 16, 11 16s are 176. Last 2 digits are not same. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So I'll just write it. Actually, you should do it with 121. I know 121 will be there. So 121 into 16. Now it will give me a 4-digit number. 16 ones are 16. 1 carry, 16 to 32 plus 1, 33. Stop. Don't even check. Last 2 digits are not there. 121 into 16 के बाद 25 here already eliminated. Next perfect square is 36 square, 36. 36 ones are 36, 3 carry. 72 plus 3, 75. Out, not possible. 121 into 7 square, 49. 49 ones are 49, 9. 98 plus 4. Some 103. No, 102, sorry. So not possible, not needed. That way you try and you get only one option. When you get 121 into 64. 64 ones are 64. 6 carry. 64 to the 128 plus 6, 134, 13 carry. And 7744 is the only such number. 7744, which is a perfect square, which is 88 square. Okay, everybody got that? Chalo, let's go ahead. Long question slightly. This had come in one of the cats जिसके papers release नहीं हुए थे. I remember it was there in the test when I had given the test. One of the test means when we go and write the test, no? So I think anywhere between CAT 2009 से लेके CAT 2015 के बीच में कहीं पे आया था ये. Answer is 1 for the previous question, only one number. Number of factors common to this. 30 is 3, 2 into 3 into 5 raised to 11. 20 is 4 5s, so 2 square into 5 raised to 1 raised to 13. So we will take only the common factors. 1 2 raised to 11 is common over here because यहाँ पे ज़्यादा 2s है. And 5 raised to 11 is common. So this is the HCF and इसके number of factors निकालेंगे तो क्या आएगा? Number of factors का rule 11 plus 1 12 into 11 plus 1 12. 12 12s are 144 factors. Okay, I don't think so. If you see this question first time in your life, it is a level A question. Yes, when you've seen it many times, it becomes an easy question. So answer is the first option. Yeah, see, for people who have seen this type of question earlier, it's easy. Yeah, previous question answer was 144. Hi Vishesh. Okay, couple of people have given the answer, which I think is right. I think I should have kept this question without options. So 22 into 11 factorial plus 22 factorial divided by 3 into 12 factorial minus 15 into 11 factorial. So, before I start this question, I want to ask a very simple, very, very simple question. Tell me what is the remainder when 720 is divided by 50? Okay. Uh, 720 divided by 50. What is the remainder? No, Tejaswani, that's the mistake. Remainder, how can remainder be 0, yaar? So, lot of people are saying remainder is 2, and that is the mistake I wanted to correct. Remainder is not 2. Try normally, don't do anything, just normal division karo, जैसे स्कूल में बचपन में करते थे. 720 divided by 50. 50 ones are 50, 22 0. 54s are 200, remainder is 20. So how did you all get 2? Tell me, how did you all get 2? All those was getting 2. I'll tell you what you all did. You all cut the 0 0 and then you all said remainder is 2. So the rule which I want to explain to you for remainder is that whenever you cut something, at the end you're supposed to multiply it back. So you can cut 72 divided by 5 ka remainder is 2, but because you cut 10, you have to multiply by 10 at the end. Answer is 20, that is why. Are you all clear? Very good, Samya. Exactly what I want to say. So now, if I just take that part in this, that rule in this question, in the numerator, I can clearly see 22 factorial is a very big number. So it has a 22 also, and it will definitely have a 11 factorial also. So can I take 22 also common, and can I take 11 factorial also common? Here nothing will remain, and here something very big number will remain. We'll see what that number is. Okay. नीचे क्या बचेगा? If I need, in the denominator I can take 11 factorial common. So I'll get 36 minus 15, which is 21. This is 21. Right? Are we clear? So now 11 factorial can cut, but from the rule we just understood, because 11 factorial is cutting, I will have to again at the end multiply it. Now, what will this number be? Basically, this number will be a very big number in which 21 will definitely go. And this number divided by, basically 22 divided by 21 will leave a remainder 1. So logically the remainder is 1, but because we had cut with 11 factorial, we will again get 11 factorial as the remainder, and that becomes option A. इसमें भी तो वही है ना, 21 factorial है, but plus 1 है, तो यहाँ पे भी remainder 1 ही है. Okay. This part of the number is divisible by 21. Plus 1 will leave a remainder 1 over here. There will be a remainder 1 over here. 1 into 1 is 1. But because we had cut 11 factorial. Here. Is this clear, everybody? चलो और एक थोड़ा interesting question. If I am not mistaken, this is some years back a ZAT question. इस क्वेश्चन में थोड़ा सा इंफॉर्मेशन फालतू है. Can you figure out which is the useless information? 20 तो ऑप्शंस में ही नहीं है, दीप्ति. दीप्ति भी नहीं है, दीति प्रिया, वेरी गुड राम, गुड. Anybody got the answer? So class will be till what time? Latest 9:15. I have a 12 o'clock flight which I need to take. So latest 9:15. करो करो, समय यू टेलिंग मी करना पड़ेगा, करके आंसर निकालो. परफेक्ट, योर लॉजिक इज परफेक्ट. लेट्स डू द फर्स्ट स्टेप. 458 डिवाइड बाय 91. 91 5 I think is 455. No, 91 yeah 455. So remainder is 3. So your question is only this much. 3 raised to n divided by 91. Now the important part is what values are you taking for n? If anybody is using this, that was the trap. That is the trap the examiner wanted to set. And he has set it very well. Why? n is greater than 234, which means 234 से लेकर infinity तक. तो तुम्हारा जो पूरा cyclicity है वो कभी ना कभी तो आ ही जाएगा. तो why check for 234? 234 is useless. I am saying start checking with n as 1. When n is 1, remainder will be 3. n is 2, remainder will be 9. n is 3, remainder will be 27. n is 4, remainder will be 81. n is 5. 81 3s are 243. ये करना पड़ेगा मैन्युअली. 243 डिवाइड बाई 81 यानी 162. डिवाइड नहीं करना है, 81 नहीं 91, सॉरी क्या कर रहा हूँ, 91. 91 is 182. So 243 minus 182, which is 61. Next remainder is 61. When n is 6, 61 3s are 183. 183 divided by 91, remainder is 1. Very good. 1 का remainder भी आ गया. Just keep checking. Are you getting the next remainder is 3? Obviously the next remainder will again come 3 because 1 into 3. So if I take n as 7, the remainder will again come 3. So this cycle will repeat. So your remainder का cycle is this one. तुम्हारा remainder का cycle ये है. Smallest remainder is 1. Largest remainder is 81. And therefore the answer for this question is 82. Tell me how many people still haven't understood that why we don't need 234 in the question. I'll explain it one more time. Why 234 is useless. Let's understand that. So इसमें क्या है ना, कर लो ना 0 पे भी, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, 1 ही आने वाला है. सी तुमको 1 के बाद भी पूरा साइकिल कभी ना कभी तो करना ही है ना यार, दैट क्रिकेट गाय. ओके, यू हैव टू गेट दैट साइकिल. सो नाउ इट्स अ, इफ समबडी न्यू, वंस समबडी न्यू दैट मुझे ये माइंड में से ये 234 यूजलेस है और मुझे पूरा साइक्लिसिटी चेक करना है, ज्यादा में 6-7 बार में साइक्लिसिटी आ ही जाने वाला है. सो यू विल गेट योर आंसर. ओके अनुज. Okay, Radhika will explain why 234 is not needed. 234, see if I keep continuing this cycle, do you agree the remainders will keep continuing 3, 9, 27, 81, 61, 1? They'll keep continuing throughout your life. You can keep writing any number and will keep continuing. So after 234 also that cycle will repeat somewhere or the other. Yes, the sum would have been interesting. Listen to this. The sum would have been very interesting if they had made it like that. 234 less than or equal to n, less than or equal to 237. This you all can try for homework. I don't know. I also don't know the answer. If they had made the question like this, then what would happen is that the sum would become interesting. Okay. Come on, this is a very standard question, so I'm hoping you all will get it. It's a standard question. You can apply the approach. Just by heart the approach and apply it. So here you have to do only one thing, 5,400 divided by 60, 90, find factors, sum over, should not waste time. 90 is 3 square into 2 raised to 1 into 5 raised to 1. So 3 into 2 into 2, 4 3s are 12, answer is D, aage badho. That is the amount of time if such a question comes in the exam you should take. Okay, that's it. Chalo, let's go ahead. Good question. Oh, but last option is not there. Cannot be determined is the last option. Anuj, why not cannot be determined? I want you to think a little bit. I want everybody to think a little bit. Why is the answer not cannot be determined? Because suppose if there is a number, let's call that number x. X has 34 factors. What are the different ways in which 34 can be written as? 34 can be written as 34 ones are or 17 twos are, only two cases, और उल्टा actually कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा actually 34 ones are या 17 twos are. That means the number x के दो possibilities है. It can be a raised to 33 into b raised to 0, which is as good as not there, no meaning of that, just writing to understand. And or x can be a raised to 16 into b raised to 1. Now listen to this everybody carefully. We knew x was n cube. We knew x was n cube. Now if you think properly, a raised to 16 and b raised to 1, because a and b both are prime numbers. I'll repeat. A and b both are prime numbers. That is why n cube cannot be a raised to 16 into b raised to 1, because anything raised to 16 and something raised to 1 cannot be a power of 3. So therefore this case gets rejected. Therefore x which is actually n cube is a raised to 33 is the only option. If n cube is a raised to 33, take cube roots on both sides. So n is a raised to 11. Therefore n square is a raised to 22. Therefore number of factors are 22 plus 1, 23. And therefore answer is D. I thought again a very interesting question. I'm happy people got it. Okay? Let's go ahead. This I think you all will get. Why not second case, Nandini? Because if I take the second case, think a prime number like 2 or 5 or 3 raised to 16. Can it be will it have a perfect cube root? No, na? It will not have a perfect cube root. And that is why that case gets rejected. I hope it's clear, Nandini. Ayushman and Anuj, is it just a guess or have you actually got it? Okay, great. What is the right way to do this question? Pay attention. If I multiply this, see anyway, the odd numbers don't matter. Odd numbers will not give you any power of whatever 2. But if I multiply this by 1 into 2 into 3 up till 1004 in the front, what will I get? What will this whole number become? Tell me, what will this whole number become? If I multiply it by this, it will become 2009 factorial. Great, Samya. 2009 is again odd numbers are not needed. Let's work only till 2008 factorial. So, I'm explaining the whole concept. So, understand the concept. And this is 1004 factorial. So, we have to find the powers of 2 in 2008 factorial minus the powers of 2 in 1004 factorial. Understand the concept. Just don't do it because if a slightly difficult question comes, you should know. But when you start doing, you should realize that after the first step, you don't have to do the calculation. I hope you all know this rule, how to do this. So 2008 factorial में कितने 2s है उसका rule क्या है? 2008 divided by 2, then again divided by 2, answer divided by 2, and so on, so on, so on. But that answer will be same over here also. So whatever answer you will get beyond this will come here. So they will all cut anyways in the subtraction. Only this will remain, and that is your answer. 2009 does not matter only. Why will I take 2009? 2009 में तो 2 है ही नहीं. So 2000 for me for this question, 2009 factorial and 2008 factorial will do the same work because I want powers of 2. Okay, chalo, going ahead. So this is the interesting part, that are you saving time over here? Okay, this you all should get very easy. Level A plus plus plus, very easy question. Perfect, Anuj. Great. It's somebody said E. No, Baba, not E. Answer is 0. 16 cube plus 19 cube plus 17 cube plus 18 cube. a raised to property suno, a raised to n plus b raised to n when n is odd is divisible by a plus b. A raised to n plus b raised to n when n is odd is divisible by a plus b. Now this is divisible by 35. This is also divisible by 35. But I also can see that the whole question, the main number is an even number because 16 is even, 18 is even, 17 will be odd, 19 will be odd. So they will add up to even. And therefore remainder will be 0. Any even number, last statement अच्छे से सुन लो, any even number which is divisible, also not any, in short, any even number which is divisible by 35 will also be divisible by 70 because even number will have the factor 2 and therefore remainder will become 0. Okay, n is odd is important because if n was not odd, this question would have not happened. Next one. Okay, I've got one answer from Samyak. Others? One more answer from Neeraj, same answer. Ayushman, same answer. Avi, same answer. Rajesh, same answer. And now the bad part. Everybody is wrong. Up till now, जिसने भी आंसर दिया है सबके सब wrong हो. Only one person has given right answer. Answer will be cannot be determined because there is more than one case. Everybody thought 161 के दो ही factors है 7 and 23. Obviously 1 and 161 भी है, but they had said greater than 1, so this is so not included. So everybody thought that the numbers can be only 7 and 23, which means A is 7 and B is 23. Okay, but you all also forgot one more simple sa rule. Listen, A can be 7 and B can be 161 also, no? Because what is LCM of 7 and 161? LCM of 7 and 161, no, fractions तो छोड़ दो, fractions तो है भी नहीं. 7 and 161 का LCM क्या आएगा? 161. What about 23 and 161 का LCM? इसका LCM भी 161. So there are three cases. A can be 7, B can be 23. A can be 7, B can be 161. A can be 23, B can be 161. So there are three possible cases and therefore answer is cannot be determined. I am telling you all, अगर CAT ने कभी दो question भी दे दिए ना cannot be determined वाले, most of you all will get it wrong. Because you all have got so used to not solving questions with cannot be determined. ये देखो अभी भी कोई -82 बोल रहा है, भाई कहाँ हो आप? So please beware a little bit whenever you see cannot be determined. Achha, by the way, one question I wanted to put over here, I had kept a blank slide for it. Let's see. Find the HCF of 2x cube plus 5x square minus 3x minus 5 and x cube plus 3x square minus x minus 3. Obviously, the HCF will be in terms of x only. I have not made options. You all can use any, means you all can try and get the answer exactly. The answer for that question was cannot be determined. Okay. क्या बोल रहे हो 5 and 6 and all? Answer will come in terms of x. Just because I could not make options. So I'll make options also if you all want. First option is x square plus 3x plus 2. Second option is x square minus 3. Third option is x square minus 1. And fourth option is x square minus 4x plus 3. So these are the four options. Good. Lot of people have started getting. So pay attention. This question I've specifically kept to teach a lot of students what is the right approach to always simplify a cubic equation. The right approach to simplify a cubic equation is always initially trial and error. So my logic in the exam situation is try for 1 minus 1, 2 minus 2, 3 minus 3. अब उधर तक फैक्टराइज नहीं हुआ ना तो छोड़ दो. Simple. I'll repeat. Try for 1 minus 1, 2 minus 2, 3 minus 3. वहां तक नहीं हुआ तो छोड़ दो. Not worth wasting your time. So I will try for 1 suppose. If I put 1 over here and check, what do I get? I get 2 plus 5. कुछ तो एक error हुआ यहाँ पे. Oh, sorry, this is 2x. My bad. I had written it on the paper, but I could not read. So my bad. This is so minus 2 minus 5, 0, which means I put x as 1. Now listen to this, everybody. I don't know how many people know synthetic division well. No, it was my mistake. I have corrected the question. It is 2x. Okay? Pay attention. So x minus 1 is a factor. Is x minus 1 a factor here also? Let's check. Put x as 1. 1 plus 3 minus 1 minus 3. Yes, 0. So x minus 1 is a factor here also. Now tell me simple logic. Do you all know how to find the remaining part? Don't think it like a cat question. Think it like a concept. क्या तुमको आता है? This divided by x minus 1. What do you get? How would you do? Okay? So I will do synthetic division. I always do synthetic division. Let me explain synthetic division a little bit slowly for everybody's sake. So you write the coefficients on the screen. So 2, 5 minus 2 minus 5. यहाँ पे लिखो 2, 5 minus 2, 5. Now draw a line like this vertically or horizontally. और यहाँ पे 1 लिखो because x minus 1 है तो you write the opposite sign plus 1 over here. This number comes down as it is 2. Then multiply 2 ones are 2 will come here. 5 plus 2 7. 7 ones are 7 will come here. 7 minus 2, 5. 5 ones are 5. ओके ये -5 था, मैंने भूल मिस्टेक कर दिया, -5 है तो ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम. 0. So I have factorized this into x minus 1 into 2x square. There are three numbers, no? So it will be 2x square plus 7x plus 5. This can be further factorized. And this now you should not do same method. This you should do quadratic. You all know how to do quadratic orally. So ये आएगा I think x plus 1 into 2x plus 5. X plus 1. Anuj, I will repeat this method one more time, but right now एक बार देख लो इतना. So इसका factors ये 3 आया है. This is how I always factorize. I will show the other factorization also. So just pay attention. मैं इसका screen clear कर देता हूँ. And I'll show it here. X cube plus 3x square minus x minus 3. X cube plus 3x square minus x minus 3 divided by x minus 1 using synthetic division. Okay. So I'll write 1, 3 minus 1 minus 3 and 1 over here. 1 comes down as it is. Anuj and everybody else pay attention who did not understand it the first time. 1 here as it is. 1 ones are 1. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 ones are 4. 4 minus 1, 3. 3 ones are 3. 3 minus 3 is 0. This is your remainder. 0. So your factorization is x cube plus 3x square minus x minus 3 can be factorized as x minus 1 into x square plus 4x plus 3. This will further be factorized as x plus 1 into x plus 3. तो इसका factorization ये आया है. पहले वाले का factorization आया था x minus 1 into x plus 1 into 2x plus 5. So your HCF will be how much? X minus 1 into x plus 1, which is x square minus 1. Option C. Are we clear, everybody? Learned something new maybe, some of y'all. Some of y'all would know this earlier. I'm happy if y'all know it. Okay? और एक एग्जाम्पल, आयुष्मान, कुछ भी ट्राई कर सकते हो तुम घर जाके. कोई भी क्यूबिक इक्वेशन ले लो छोटे नंबर्स के साथ. एट होम यू कैन ट्राई अगेन विद एनी एग्जाम्पल. और वर्स्ट सिचुएशन में घर पे ही है ना, लॉन्ग डिविजन से चेक कर लेना. ओके चलो, ये भी काफी स्टैंडर्ड क्वेश्चन है, तो आई एम होपिंग लोगों को आएगा. Any limitation to this question? It can be divided only by a binomial. So if you're dividing with x square, you can't do it. Good point, huh? So, what is this question? This question is in the form of v is equal to 44 cube plus minus 36 cube plus minus 8 cube. So, it is in the form of a cube plus b cube plus c cube where a plus b plus c is 0. It is in the form of a cube plus b cube plus c cube where a plus b plus c is 0. So if a plus b plus c is 0, we know that a cube plus b cube plus c cube is equal to 3abc. This is a property you should know by now. If you don't, very frankly, don't revise it also. Too late to do it. 3abc. That means my number v becomes 3 into 44 into minus 36 into minus 8. Minus minus becomes plus, so no point of the minus now. Baki to, now they're saying it is divisible by a natural number n. So in short, we have to find the number of factors of v. So this is 3. 44 is 2 raised to 2 into 11 raised to 1. 36 is 6 square. So 2 square into 3 square. 8 is 2 cube. So v can be written as, ये कितना हो जाएगा 4 plus 3 7 into 3 raised to 3 into 11 raised to 1. So what will be your answer? 8 into 4 into 2. So the n will be number of factors 8 into 4 into 2. 32 2s are 64. D. Sharanya, I think you should just go back to a little bit live. You can go back and come back again because I think you're still behind. कर सकते हो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है, रूल तो वही अप्लाई करने वाले हो. अगर 4 क्यूब कॉमन ले लो उससे कुछ फायदा नहीं हो रहा है ना नीरज. Okay, this question is there. With that we'll learn a couple of more questions also. See, finally a cube plus b cube plus c cube is a plus b plus c has to be 0. तभी ये क्वेश्चन बनेगा. कॉमन लेके करो मत लेके करो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. नंबर ऑफ फैक्टर्स नो अनुराग, सिंपल नंबर ऑफ फैक्टर्स का रूल. अनुराग, इज इट क्लियर? Now pay attention. Okay, 7 has a peculiarity that 7 raised to 1 is 0, 7, last 2 digits. 7 raised to 2 is 49. 7 cube we know is 343, so 43. And 7 raised to 4 is 49, 49, 2401, so 01. When you start again, it again becomes 07, 49, 43, 01, and so on. So because of it, when you keep doing it, 2008 पे raised to है, so therefore it will come, it is a multiple of 4, so it will come over here. So answer is this. That I think everybody knew. Now my next question. 17 raised to 2008, last 2 digits. Now this becomes a slightly interesting question. You can't apply the same rule because it is not last digit. You have to consider 17 pura. सब के अलग अलग आंसर्स आ रहे हैं. So the last 2-digit rule for odd numbers is this, that first you have to keep doing a couple of steps manually and reach till you get 0, 1. Not 0, 1, sorry. Yeah, you get 1 in the last digit basically. All odd numbers can reach 1. So we know that 7 raised to 4 में 1 आता है. 1, 0, 1 नहीं, but 1 आना चाहिए. ओके, तो 17 रेज टू 4 में भी 1 आएगा. सो 17 रेज टू 4 रेज टू 2008 डिवाइड बाय 4 कितना हो जाएगा? 502. हाउ मच इज 17 रेज टू 4 का लास्ट डिजिट? 17 स्क्वायर इज 289. 17 square is 289. 89 into 89 ka last digit will be 21. So this will be 21 raised to 502. Okay, यहां तक भी सम खत्म नहीं हुआ है. Pay attention. Yeah, all that you all should know. आई अज्यूम कि तुमको मालूम है 21 कैसे आ रहा है, वरना तुम कैलकुलेटर पे ट्राई कर रहे हो. बेसिकली 289 इंटू 289, लास्ट 2 डिजिट्स आर 21. 1 तो विल कम एज इट इज नाउ, दैट आई डोंट हैव टू चेक फर्दर. नाउ दिस डिजिट मल्टीप्लाई बाय दिस डिजिट, 2 2s are 4. आंसर इज 41. So answer will be 41. This rule can be applied for all odd numbers. If you want, we can do one more example. Someday I feel cat या zat is going to ask you a question on last 2 digits. एक कोई सिंपल सा एग्जाम्पल ले सकते हैं और एक. (23 raised to 77. ओके, तो पहले 23 में if I square 23 it will end in something in 9, and then I'll again have to raise it to one more time to make it 1. So in short I have to raise 23 to 4. So 77 is not a multiple of 4, so I'll have to write it as 23 raised to 76 multiply by 23 raised to 1. 23 raised to 76 will become 23 raised to 4 raised to 19 into 23 raised to 1. 23 का square ends in 23 square is 529. 23 का square is 529, so it will end in 29. 29 का square is 841. Will end in 41. That means this part will end in 41. 41 into 19. This 23 remains as it is. 1 will come as it is. 4 9s are 36. And the last step you'll have to do manually. 23 1s are 23. 2 carry. 23 3s are 69. 69 plus 2 71. मैंने कुछ गलती किया है? मेरा तो आंसर 13 आ रहा है. 23 1 are 23. 2 carry. 69 plus 2 71. 13 मेरे हिसाब से है. Check. Oh, 9 4s are 36. So sorry. 9 4s are 36. 23 1s are 23. 2 carry. 23 6s will be something in 8 plus 2 0 0 3. ठीक है, everybody clear now? No, it's 0 3. चलो, let's go ahead. Debrab, this is only if you have practiced it enough, you should attempt in the first round. If you have not practiced enough, you should not attempt in the first round. No, it is odd raised to anything. Suhani, in fact, we did earlier for odd ones only. How will you start this sum? You will write the numerator as n plus 7 minus 6 the whole square divided by n plus 7. Now you just can call n plus 7 as x. So it is x minus 6 the whole square divided by x, which will become x square minus 12x plus 36 divided by x. This part will leave no remainder, this part will leave no remainder, only 36 will leave remainder. So 36 divided by x, you just need to find the factors of 36. 36 we did so many times is nothing but 2 square into number of natural numbers where it is an integer, right? कुछ गड़बड़ हुआ क्या? लग तो नहीं रहा है. एक मिनट, I think I have made some mistake somewhere. Yeah, there is a trap over here. You also have to look at what? It has to be above 7. X is n plus 7, so it has to be above 7, all factors. So first let's write all factors of 36. 136, 218, 312, 4 9 and 6 6. So 6 एक बार. Total factors तो अपने पास 9 है, but all of them will not be taken. Only factors above 7 will be taken. So it will be 9, 12, 18 and 36. Fourth option. Okay? Chalo, x has to be greater than 7 in short. Somebody was asking arithmetic revision. There is a arithmetic revision ka video which I have already done on YouTube. You can have a look at that. Why greater than 7? Because x was n plus 7 ना. Previous question में x n plus 7 के बदले में लिखा था. तो अगर n natural number है तो x has to be more than 7, no? Kushagra understood? One start I'll give you in the question, very basic thing, but which will make life little bit easy. इसको उल्टा कर दो. उल्टा करके कुछ फर्क तो नहीं पड़ने वाला है. Actually ऐसे भी फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, छोड़ो, जाने दो, मत करो. So basically what will happen, if I look at it as a raised to 1 upon 3 and b raised to 1 upon 8 raised to 256. When will this be an 1 upon 2, not 1 upon 3, sorry, 1 upon 2. A raised to 1 upon 2 plus b raised to 1 upon 8 raised to 256. The coefficients will not matter because they are always integrals. Okay, only the powers will matter. जैसे पहला सबसे पहला टर्म क्या आता है? A raised to 256, b raised to 0. This will be an integer, no doubt, because a raised to half raised to 256 will become an integer. Now, after that, I want b every time to be b ka power to be multiplied by 8. So b raised to 8, that time a will be 256 minus 8, which will still be an even number only. This will still be an even number, no, because 256 is even, 8 is even, so that will also be even. Third time, next time it will be b raised to 16 pe. That time a ka power still will be even, and so on. This sum can get really difficult if instead of square root I had put cube root. तो थोड़ा और मेहनत करना पड़ेगा एंड सो ऑन. वो ठीक है, अभी के लिए नहीं करेंगे वो. राइट नाउ ऑल दीज नंबर्स विल गिव यू, सो b raised to 0, b raised to 8, b raised to 16 up till b raised to 256. So इसको हम बाद में काउंट करें. So this is 8 ones are 8 twos are till 8 32s are 32 plus 1 33 terms. Hence the answer is 33. Anurag, you have to be better than that. See, I told you first only, permutation is not a very, very important area. You should not be wasting too much time on it. Out of the first 200 even natural numbers, यानी 2, 4, 6, 8 up till 400. Nobody has given the answer. Only 1 or 2 people gave the answer up till now. I'm very surprised. इतना difficult question था नहीं. These are 200 terms. How many of them have even factors? So what is the rule? A perfect square has odd number of factors. So मुझे सिर्फ इसमें से perfect square बाहर निकाल देने हैं. So which are the perfect squares? 2 square, 4 square, odd number तो है नहीं, तो 2 square, 4 square, 6 square, 8 square, up till 20 square. Last is 20 square. So 10 of them will go out. So out of 200, 10 will go out. Answer is 190. It was a very straightforward sum. बस that's it. Only perfect squares हटाने थे. Come on quickly. Next question. You all are supposed to give me the answer. I'm waiting. Not at all, unless I'm just a little bit tired maybe. अभी भी अलग अलग आंसर्स आ रहे हैं. फोर सिक्स एट बहुत सारे ऑप्शंस आ गए, चेक करें. So, what is the rule? If I take the HCF as say X, okay, actually X नहीं लेते, let A is equal to P into X, B is equal to P into Y, where HCF is P and X and Y are co-prime. X and Y are co-prime, right? Everybody got this much? So what will we get? HCF is P. What will be the LCM? It will be P into X into Y is equal to 51. If I take P common, I'll get 1 plus XY is 51. Now, P can be 1, then 1 plus XY can be 51. P can be 3. I'll come to all the cases, so just wait. A comma भी अलग अलग नाम दिया तो ऑटोमेटिकली ऑर्डर्ड हो गया. 1 plus XY will be 17. P can be 17. If P is 17, 1 plus XY is 3. सोचेंगे पॉसिबल है कि नहीं. P is 51, so 1 plus XY is, वो तो पॉसिबल ही नहीं है, तो इसको सोचते ही नहीं है. सो अभी यही तीन पे ज़्यादा सोचते हैं. लेट्स थिंक, इफ P is 1 and 1 plus XY is 51, what will I get? XY is 50, so X into Y will become 50. Now we need two numbers which are co-prime and their product is 50. So 1 and 50 will work, 2 and 25 will work, 5 and 10 will not work, nothing else is there. So यहाँ से ये दो केस आएंगे. What about यहाँ से? 1 plus XY is 17, so XY is 16. 1 and 16 will work. I don't think so anything else will work over here. Okay? 1 plus XY is 3. So XY is 2. यहाँ पे एक ही केस आएगा, 1 into 2. So 4 cases है. Yes, there can be an argument around, but because A comma B is given, therefore we will take, they actually haven't told us, so it can be 8 cases also, but at least the concept should be clear. Okay? Anas, what was that? I didn't understand. Okay, chalo. Concept is understood. We'll go ahead. So up to 200. How many numbers are such which can be expressed as a product of two perfect squares in at least one way? More than one way भी हो सकता है, that doesn't matter. So A square minus B square is say n. So A square minus B square A minus B into A plus B is equal to n. Remember, the numbers have to be natural numbers. Okay, now what will happen? start thinking a little bit. Yes, Tejaswani, what factors are you finding यहाँ पे? You have to start thinking what you're finding, you're looking for. Now, if you think any odd number, just forget 1 for a second. 1 को हम एंड में देखेंगे. ओके 1 तो आएगा ही नहीं, बट अगर 3 से शुरू करें हम all odd numbers, so what will we get? If a minus b into a plus b is 3, so I can write it as 1 and 3. And if I get a minus b as 1 and a plus b as 3, I will get some answer for a and b, and I'll get whole numbers only. No worries. So can I say it will work for all odd numbers with the same logic? 5 ke I can write 1 into 5, 7 ke I can write 1 into 7, 9 ke I can write 1 into 9, 11 ke 1 into 11, 13 ke 1 into... So for all odd numbers I can write, yes, for 15 you can write maybe in more than one way, but that I'm not concerned. Okay. So hence what my first logic is, all odd numbers except 1 will work. 1 will not work, because if I take a minus b into a plus b, 1, then both are 1. And if a minus b and a plus b both are 1, then a is 0, or sorry, b is 0 and a is 1. Okay. So 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, blah, 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 all will work up till 199. These are obviously how many numbers? 200 थे, उसमें से 100 odd, 100 even थे. So we are not counting 1. So these are 99 numbers. What about the number 2? Let's think for the number 2. Will that work? If I take 2, I'll have to take 1 into 2. Because see, natural numbers hai. So a minus b has to be smaller than a plus b. So a minus b is, if I write a minus b as 1 and a plus b as 2, then what will happen? A will become a fraction, not allowed. Right? So 2 is not allowed. What about 4? If I take 4, I can write 1 and 4. But that's still not allowed. But I can also write 2 and 2. If I took 4, I can take a minus b as 2 and a plus b as 2. Then also what will happen? If I take a 4, what will happen? Tell me. See, 1 odd and 1 even though will not work only, because that time you will get fraction. So if you do this, you will again get b as 0, which is not allowed. I would say 0 should not be allowed, obviously, over here, right? अगर b 0 भी allowed है तो फिर यहाँ पे 1 भी allowed है and 4 भी allowed है. But that's how I would have looked at it. But चलो ठीक है, they haven't said b 0 is not allowed, so we can say that b 0 is also allowed. After that, all multiples of 4 will be allowed. Why? Let me explain why all multiples of 4 will be allowed. Because you can break them up into 2 even numbers. Like for example, 8. You can write a minus b as 2 and a plus b as 4. And you will get some answer. Then the next multiple is 12. You can write 2 and 6. And you can keep writing that way. So all multiples of 4 will be allowed. So ये 100 हो जाएगा अगर b 0 allowed है तो थोड़ा क्वेश्चन में क्लैरिफिकेशन होना चाहिए था कि whether b 0 allowed or not. Okay. Then 4, 8, 12 up till 200. This will be up till 200. So 50 numbers. Hence the answer will be 150. Hurry up, why will 2 not work? Tell me. 2 will work if b 0 is allowed. So if it was specified that none of them can be 0, difference of 2 squares where b cannot be 0, then the answer would be 148. Then this number and this number would go away and answer would be 148. I'll repeat. Anurag, pay attention. Answer 150 if 0 is being considered. So when I write, say, 4, can I write the number 4 as 2 square minus 0 square? If this is allowed, 4 will work and 1 will also work. But if 0 is not allowed, okay, then those numbers will not work. Is it clear? Chalo, let's go ahead. So in an exam situation, you ask me, sir, what would you write? I would have most probably marked 148. थीटा है तो मैं रिस्क ले लेता था और मैंने 148 किया होता था. I would have not considered this case. चलो ये तो बहुत स्टार्ट ऑफ पीएनसी बहुत बेसिक क्वेश्चन है. अप टू 1000 नॉन रिपीटिंग डिजिट्स. तो 1000 तो कंसिडर नहीं कर सकते बिकॉज 1000 में रिपीटिंग डिजिट्स है, विच मीन्स वी वांट 3 डिजिट नंबर्स. Three digit numbers, 2 digit numbers and 1 digit numbers. मुझे लग रहा है ऑप्शंस शायद गलत है. ओके, 9 into 9 into 8 is 648. I can have 9 digits over here. I can't have 0. Here, whatever digit I used up, I can't use again, but I can use 0. So 9 again. And last में 8 because 2 digits I used up. So 648. Now 2 digit. 9 into 8. 72. Then 9. 10, 19, 1, 11, 12, 1, 7, 29 आ रहा है. Did I miss out anything? Actually ये 9 into 9 आएगा. My bad. 81. So sorry. 738 आ गया. Fourth option. Okay. So this was very straightforward. "21 identical apples to be distributed between 3 children. Such that everybody gets at least 2 apples. Everybody has to get at least 2. So, if everybody has to get at least 2, out of 21, you will first give away 2, 2, 2. So 6 apples are gone. So 15 apples are left. So distribution starts from here. There are 15 identical objects to be distributed between 3 non-identical people. Use the distribution formula. No time at this time of the year to know how this formula is derived. N plus R minus 1, CR minus 1. That will become 15 plus 1, 15 plus 3, 18, 18 minus 1, 17, 17 C2, which is 17 into 16 upon 2. 2 ones are 2 8s are 8 sevens are 56 5 136. Right? And okay, I'm starting. PNC has more or less started with a disclaimer. Very frankly, if you are one of those who's left PNC, today don't sit and learn too many new things. Just learn the very basic questions. Rest all, I think you should just leave. I want to try the next one. So how will you go about in this question? What will you do? There are at most 12 similar balls. What is the logic you'll apply over here? So basically what do you want over here? Suppose if we say the number of balls in each one is A, B, C, D. So you create a dummy variable A plus B plus C plus D plus, so A plus B plus C plus D has to be less than or equal to 12. Here you create A plus B plus C plus D plus K is equal to 12. जो बाकी K में चले जाएंगे. And hence rest all will be same. So you have 12 balls to be distributed in 5 people. So that will be how much? 12 between 5. How will you do that? 12 plus 5, 17. 17 minus 1, 16. 16 C 4. 16 into 15 into 14 into 13 upon 4. 4 ones are 4 fours are 60 into 14 threes are 42. 4 carry. 14 ones are 14 plus 18. 0. 6 twos are 12. 1. 6 is a 48. 6. Okay. 1. कहीं कुछ गलती किया है मैंने. 14 3 are 42. 4 carry 82. ये भी बरोबर है. 0. 6 2 are 12. 1 carry. 48 plus 1 49. Oh, 4 factorial था ये नीचे. My bad. This was 24. So we still have something to be cut. 4 4s are 4 6s are 2 2s are 2 3s are 3 1s are 3 5s are. So 1820. Missed a small thing. 1820. Okay. Good thing to know. This is what tiredness does to you. So you have to be fresh on the day of the cat. Digits are only from 1 to 9, so 0 is not allowed. So you are working only with 1 3 5 7 9 or 2 4 6 8. Matthew, whenever you have the equation, see Matthew, because it is last moment, I don't want to get you into a new concept, but a simple rule you can remember, whenever your equation is at most, you have to introduce a dummy variable, but just put a K. Today is not the time. Maybe if I meet you again before that, I'll explain the concept. So Anurag, what you're saying is, you know, what happens with PYQs? I have said this thousands of times earlier. What happens with PYQ now? You have seen questions earlier, whether in mocks, whether in class exercise, every class which you have gone to or whatever you've done, they would have made replicas of PYQ, if not the exact PYQ. So what happens is that ये सब कुछ कहीं ना कहीं तुम्हारा पहले हो गया है. तो never treat PYQ as your actual percentile. Yeah, good answer, Aryan. Everybody got it? Okay. So right now, what is the method for this question? You want all the sum of the digits to be odd. That means you want a 5-digit number. So all 5 can be odd. If all 5 are odd, you're just going to arrange this properly among itself. You are going to use all of them. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So you have used all 5 out of 5, 5C5 into 5 factorial, which is 120. Now, second case, it can be 3 odd and 2 even. 3 odd and 2 even will also give you this. So 3 odd, which means odd out of here 5C3, 2 even, yahan se 2, 4C2 into 5 factorial. So this will be 10 into 660, 60 into 120, 7,200. Last case, 1 odd, 4 even. So 1 odd will be 5C1 into 4C4 into 5 factorial, to aayega hi arrangement. 5C1 is 5 into 1, 5 into 1 into 120. So 600. Answer will be 7,920. Got that? This is just more for I've kept it like a concept. Most of the people should have this answer by heart. %99 लोगों को ये आंसर बाय हार्ट होगा. Yes, very good, Anuj. I was expecting somebody to just give me the answer immediately. Perfect, great. It's a straight dearrangement question. All of them are wrong. It's dearrangement. You have to find D4, which is nothing but 4 factorial into 1 upon 2 factorial minus 1 upon 3 factorial plus 1 upon 4 factorial. Right? So 24 into 1 upon 2 minus 1 upon 6 plus 1 upon 24. 24. So you can do 12 minus 4 plus 1. 9. It's not called D4 factorial, it's called D4. Now यहाँ पे अगर 5 होगा तो just things will change accordingly. Bas, that's it. Every single time, same method. Slightly difficult question. Pay attention carefully. A has to get more than B. B has to get more than C. Dono have to be same Vaishnavi. Only then the answer can come in this case. Dearrangement is only when both are same. So, how do you go about with this question? So there are 36 identical apples such that A gets more than B, B gets more than C. Now, let's think of all the cases. If all the distribution cases we had taken, there would have been 38C2. All the distribution cases would have been 38C2, which is 38 into 17. Sorry, 38 into 39 upon 2. क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं? 38 into 37 upon 2. That is 19 into 37. So, पहले तो 19 into 37 कर लो. How much is 19 into 37? 37 into 20 is 740. 740 minus 37 is 703. So answer is definitely less than 703 because ये तो सब केसेस आ गए. ओके, अब इसमें से वो सब केसेस निकालेंगे जहां पे नंबर्स इक्वल है. ऑल 3 इक्वल का एक ही केस है. ओनली वन केस, ऑल 12 12 12. बट 2 ऑफ देम इक्वल के बहुत ज्यादा केसेस हो सकते हैं. सो वी हैव टू रिमूव ऑल दोज केसेस. हाउ विल यू गेट ऑल द केसेस वेयर 2 ऑफ देम आर इक्वल? Think a little bit. How many cases will be there where 2 of them are equal? So think a little bit. If you think a little bit, if 2 of them are equal, we are saying 2a plus b is 36. 2a plus b is 36. Say a, 2 people got same and the other one got separate number. So 2a plus b is 36. So what will happen? Start thinking a little bit. A can be 0, B can be 36, A can be 1, B can be 34. So A can go to 18 tak. So 0, 1, 2, 3, A can go till 18. That means 19 cases hai yahan pe. But that will be 19 into something also. Think a little bit. (19) into what? 19 into, so actually ये 19 में से एक केस निकल जाएगा पहले तो. Not 19 में से एक केस निकलेगा. कौन सा केस निकलेगा? When all 3 will come 12, because we have already counted that. When all 3 will come 12, that case has been already counted, so that will go away. Not 19 into 3, 18 into 3. So one case will go away, it will be 18 cases. Now, suppose it was 0, 0, 36. So 0, 0, 36 can be written in 3 ways. 0, 0, 36, 0, 36, 0, 36, 0, 0. That way, that is why into 3. So 54 will go away. यहाँ पे एक ही था. So 54 plus 1, 55 will go away. So 703 में से 55 will go. 13 minus 5 is 8. 9 minus 5 is 4. 6. Lot of people will go and mark this answer. But that's not the answer. Because even when they are all unequal, suppose, just take an example. 10, 12 and whatever. So this is, no, 10, 12, 10, 11. So 21 and 15. 10, 11, 15. That can be arranged in 10, 11, 15, 6 ways, 3 factorial ways. So that is also not to be counted because we want only one range mein. So hence divide 648 with 6 again. You will get 108. So this is a nice question. It will be a nice new question for a lot of people. Don't get the final answer for your, I don't want the final answer. You can just give me the answer in the form of raised to and all that. Next question, you can give me a final answer only in the form of raised to. Next one. There are 8 doctors, 6 engineers and 4 lawyers appearing for a test. In how many ways can a group of passing candidates be selected such that at least one candidate is selected from each profession passes the test? Anybody? So I definitely, very good Avi. I definitely want one doctor. Now, there are 8 doctors. So if you count, how many different selections are possible when there are only 8 doctors? I can select 0, I can select 1, I can select 2, up till I can select 8. And this answer is nothing but 2 raised to 8. But we don't want this. So that is 1. That is why number of ways in which doctors can be selected will be 2 raised to 8 minus 1. For engineers, it will be 2 raised to 6 minus 1. And for lawyers, it will be 2 raised to 4 minus 1. Obviously, I don't want you to sit and solve this right now. If it comes in an exam situation, that's a different thing. 2 raised to 8 will be how much? 256. So this will be 255 into 63 into 15. Right? Next one. Very good, Anuj. Three people got it very fast. One more. Nice. Yeah, but I might discuss, Vaishnavi, I might discuss some random questions because we'll be left with some time. So if you just want to wait, you can wait. Okay, how do you go about this question? Now, we know when we start with first of all, we know 5 factorial is 120. Okay. So 5 factorial is 120. Now, we know that with starting with A, there will be 24 alphabets. In the dictionary order, starting with A, there will be 24, which we don't want. Then starting with N also, there will be 24, which also we don't want. Then Q comes. P, Q, R, S, T, U. So then Q comes. Starting with Q, there will be 24. Our answer will be over here. More than 48, less than 72. Okay, now Q, जब मैंने फिक्स कर दिया, तो सबसे पहला वर्ड कौन सा आएगा? A. तो इसके कितने वर्ड्स हो जाएंगे? 6 वर्ड्स. आई डोंट वांट दो 6. नेक्स्ट क्यू के बाद एन आएगा, वो 6 भी नहीं चाहिए मुझे. देन क्या आएगा? पी क्यू आर एस टी यू. ओके, सो टी वाले 6 आएंगे, वो भी नहीं चाहिए. देन विल कम यू वाले. सो माई आंसर इज ओवर हियर. And luckily A and T is the first word. So 48 plus 18. 48 plus 18 is 66. Sorry. What am I saying? 66, yeah. 66, and this first word A and T will be the 67th word. Okay, and that will be the answer. I'm making a similar question right now, so pay attention. Because 3 factorial, now how 6? Let me explain. 3 factorial. There are 3 words over here. Q, A, and then whatever U and T. So U and T के arrangement के 6 words आएंगे वैसे. Got that, everybody? Now, suppose on similar lines, I had a question that say A number is made up of using 5, 6, 7 and 8. A number is made up of using 5, 6, 7, 8. What is the sum of all numbers formed? Sum of all numbers formed. Come on. All possible numbers are made using 5, 6, 7, 8. What is the sum of all such numbers formed? Non-repeating. Using only once. Non-repeating. So the digits 5, 6, 7, 8 are available. We have to use them only once and numbers are formed. What will be the sum of all the numbers? Good. A lot of people are giving the answer. So basically, we all know that 4 factorial 24 numbers will be formed. 4 factorial is 24. 24 numbers will be formed. Every place may, suppose if I took at the last place may 8 will come 6 times, 7 will come 6 times, 6 will come 6 times, and 5 will also come 6 times. I'll repeat. In every place, every digit will come 6 times. So in the last place, all the digits will come 6 times because 24 divided by 4 is 6. 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. So it will be last digit ka total will be 26 into 6, which is 156. So 156 will be the total of all the places if counted individually. Now 156 into units place will be 156. 156 into tens place will be 1560. 156 in the hundreds place will be so much. And 156 in the thousands place will be so much. So we will get 156 common and we'll get 111111. That will be the final answer. You can calculate and do it, or for right now you can just leave it. Okay. 173316, somebody saying. Next question. What? So there's somebody who's asking what is the numbers, digits were 5, 6, 7 and 0. So then you first have to find out how many numbers are there. And 0 cannot come in the first place. So you'll have to just work on that. How many numbers ending with 0, how many numbers ending with so and so, all that you'll have to work out. That will be slightly more indirect. You'll have to do it. And that is why you should know the process rather than just by hitting formulas. Yeah. Let's see this question. So there are 5 movies. Let's call them as A, B, C, D, E. 5 movies. So he watched 5 movies, but he has watched one movie 2 times. And the remaining 3 movies, he's watched them once. So we have to first select which movie did he watch 2 times. So for that he has 5C, 2 choices. Out of the remaining 4 movies, he has to select 3 movies. And now there are 5 movies which he has to arrange. So that will be 5 factorial, but divide by 2 factorial because there is repetition. So it is like A, B, C, D. So for the arrangement of this, it will be divided by 2 factorial. So 5C2 will be 10, 4C3 will be 4 into 60. Okay, I missed out something. So 5C, sorry, it's not 5C2, my bad. 1 minute, huh? So sorry. It will be 5C1. One movie is selected, which he is going to watch 2 times. Out of the remaining 4 movies, he is going to select 3 movies. I'm just going to read whether I missed out any condition. This has 6 screens, each screen showing a different movie. So there were 6 movies. My bad again. There were not 5 movies. So it will be 6C1 into 5C3 into 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial. This is the movie he will see 2 times. Remaining 5 may say he will select 3 movies and then arrangement. So 6C1 is 6, 5C3 is 10 into 60. Answer is 3600. Yeah, I did for 5 screens. Sorry. I'm just seeing whether any particular question where we can make more cases. I think we've covered more or less most of the things from this areas, right? So with that, we'll wind up the session because we've covered most of the cases. And that was the plan for today, not to do too many questions from P&C. We've covered numbers ka all the types questions. Probability doesn't come at all in CAT. Don't waste your time. We will do it for ZAT. Okay? Thank you, everybody.